What is up, my Lorcana Goons? Welcome back to the Lorcana Goons channel. Today is Monday, the 24th of June. My name is Kevin. You're watching the Monday Weekly Market Watch. We do these every Monday and Friday, so be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're a Lorcana Goon. By the way, I've decided that Monday is going to be the short Market Watch videos, and Friday is going to be the long Market Watch videos. So if you guys have been watching the channel, we've been doing them kind of like around 30 to 40 minutes, even longer than that, sometimes up to an hour. And I'm just going to have Monday be the short videos and Friday be the long videos, because Friday is when I do Market Watch with Zach Stone, fellow Lorcana Goon. So let's get on into this. Also, let me know your opinions on this structure below. But anyways, I want to start today off with some sealed product news. The Winnie the Pooh mats are starting to sell for a little bit close to $90 again. They kind of bounced off that $100 range a while ago. Like earlier in the year, but now we're starting to see them as high as $80+ again, no longer in that $60 range. Some of the other mats too are going up in price. I know the Maleficent playmat and the Mickey Mouse playmat from the first chapter are selling for around $120 to $150, which is very interesting. Some other first chapter stuff kind of trickling upward in price. The first chapter gift boxes are now selling for like $84+. We have some sales data in the month of June showcasing that people are buying these still, which is cool to see. So if you've been collecting sealed product, the first chapter is kind of like where it's at. I think I have like one of these still, but it's kind of damaged, unfortunately, but I'm just gonna hold on to it as like part of my sealed collection, which is something that I am personally working on. But the first chapter products tend to be valued pretty high. The troves are still pretty expensive too, if you guys haven't seen those. So a lot of people tend to ask for the first chapter in terms of like collectability sake. And if you want it sealed, booster box of the first chapter, they're still selling for close to $250. We have lowest verified $236 with $6 shipping, so around $240. I do see these slowly going up in price. Haven't heard about any restocks. Haven't seen these get restocked. I saw some picture. I think it was one of the Disneylands, not in California, somewhere else. They got a bunch of restocks of the other booster boxes, like the Into the Inklands booster box, which is selling for around $100. These are super cheap, $108. For a sealed Into the Inklands booster box. Card Quest Inc. Has you for $100.08, and the Floodborne booster boxes are going up in price just a little bit. I personally was getting rid of these at the store for $120. You can charge a little bit more though. Lowest verified today is going to be $127.98 with shipping included, so almost $140 if you're gonna be including taxes and fees and all that. But yeah, sealed product, man. I think sealed product is definitely gonna have its place in the collectors community, like the first chapter booster boxes especially. Now, this weekend we had some big tournaments happening. Charlie's Collectible Show had a 10K and a 2K on Sunday. We did a video on the Saturday event on our channel, so go watch that if you guys haven't seen it yet, so you can see the newest meta decks. Beast Tragic Hero didn't see a lot of play in that top 8 actually, surprisingly, but they're still pretty expensive. Ronin TCG has the lowest verified today for $64.99, and I'm probably gonna sell my beasts because I'm not gonna play Steel this format, and I'm running out of like inventory, so I need to like get rid of stuff and recuperate some new stuff. So I definitely want to get rid of my beast right now because they're pretty expensive. The cold foils are almost $100 now. Check this out. Iron City Games has you for $89.99 for a cold foil Beast Tragic Hero. Wow, almost $100 again. That's actually kind of insane. Maleficent Monsters Dragon still at around $35, kind of going up in price just a little bit. Lowest verified today is going to be $36.40. They're kind of expensive today, and they start to hit $37 after the first couple listings. If you want a cold foil, they're going to be $65.20 with $2 shipping by CLST Game Vault, so around $70 for a cold foil Maleficent Monsters Dragon. Robin Hood Champion of Sherwood is pretty interesting. Lowest verified today for a near mint Robin Hood is going to be $45.10 with a $1.49 shipping. That's by Wild Thing Games. Plenty of non-verified sellers have them here for around $50 is what it's looking like, and these are non-verified sellers. Next verified seller is going to be Play to Win Games for $49.97, and they're all $50 on the first page for your Robin Hood Champion of Sherwoods. Check out the cold foil price today, $48 with $3 shipping, $50 with $1 shipping. You're paying the same price for foil Robin Hoods as non-foil Robin Hoods. Can you believe that? Look at all these people that bought non-foil Robin Hoods today. 45. Somebody paid $55 for 4 of them. The 47. Look, these cold foils are literally $1 or $2 more. Just buy the cold foils, my goons. Trust me on this one. That's actually insane. I wish I had more money so I could just buy a bunch of cold foil Robin Hoods. Very interesting. Diablo Devoted Herald today selling for close to 50 bucks still. 48.22 with the dollar shipping by Phantom Corn. That's going to be the lowest verified today for Diablo. Cold foils are going to be $60.78 by the Pokeshop BST. Shout out you guys for having these prices today. Ursula Deceiver all looking pretty cheap today. In my opinion, we have some selling for as low as $30 on the dot, 24 with $5 shipping, and then 28 with $2 shipping. So basically $30. A couple sales happening for $28 today. These have been coming down in price, and I don't know if they're going to come down any lower than this. If you want a cold foil, $39.76. Soldado cards has you for around $40 for your Ursula Deceiver of all. Sisu, the empowered sibling, was also coming down in price just a little bit this week. Lowest verified is $17.73 with $1.25 shipping by Gamers Heaven with a Z. Cold foils are climbing in price a little bit, almost $30 now, $27.14. They were around $25, now they're $27. Fluttery Guy Games has you $27.14 for your cold foil Sisus. I think the cold foils are going to keep going up, and I'm honestly surprised the non-foils are still that cheap. There was a lot of Ruby Sapphire in the top cut of that of a lot of the tournaments happening this weekend, and a lot of people playing ratios of Sisu from 2 to 4. So I do think this card is a pretty prominently used legendary this format. Another very prominent legendary is the Lucky Dime. These are still going to be around $15. Lowest verified is To the Shadows, $14.99 with $1 shipping for your Lucky Dimes. So $15 for Lucky Dimes and like around $17 for Sisus. You play more Sisus in your deck than Lucky Dimes, I think. But you know, Lucky Dimes used in more decks, however. So no surprise why the cold foils are still selling for more than $20. HD Legacy has you for $23.47 with $1 shipping. Almost $25 for your cold foil Lucky Dimes. Very nice, very nice. Maui's are also selling for $15. This is another $15 non-foil. This is a rare though. 777 Gaming has you for $14.98. They have 4 of them for you too, so you can save some money on the shipping fees by getting all 4 from 777 Gaming. Shout out you guys for that, by the way. Cold foils, only about $2 more. $17.49 Omega Gaming has you, and then $17.49 with $1 shipping by is in Liu the Collectors. So you can pay about $2 to $3 more for your cold foil Maui's. I think that's kind of nice when the non-foils are $15. Why spend $15 when you can pay $17 and they could be shiny Maui's, right? Fishbone Quills, even though some of the winning lists were not playing Fishbone Quill in their Sapphire decks, Fishbone Quill still selling for a lot today. Lowest verified is going to be Incapable Nerds, but there's only one listing available. Actually, there you go, not even available anymore. So lowest verified is going to be Yeeling Cards, $12.50 for your non-foil Fishbone Quills. Almost $15, around $13 for your non-foil Fishbone Quills. The cold foils are still 20 bucks today. Very nice to see. Red Rhino has you $19.97. After that, $20.99. So safe to say that these are going to be a $20 cold foil for a cool minute. Ursula, the Sea Witch, kind of picking up a little bit in sales movement today. The non-foils are $10.21, shipping included. Lowest verified by Termina Trading. After that, cold foils are going to be $14.99, only like $3 more. Stats Probs Pokemon has you for $14.99 for a near mint cold foil Ursula Sea Witch Queen. I think this card's pretty good. I personally really enjoy using this card in Emerald Amethyst, so I'm not surprised that it's kind of picking up a little bit in sales movement. I think people are kind of sleeping on this card, and I would just get cold foils at this point. You know, it's the price is so close to the non-foil, and it's a legendary. So you know, we saw what happened with Lucky Dime. You're gonna see what's gonna happen with Robin Hood. So if you are playing this Ursula, like me, I'm gonna get the cold foils. Kita's coming back up in price just a little bit. They were around $7 to $6 after kind of cooling down a little bit. Now they're back up to $10. Lowest verified Corey Smash cards for $9.35, shipping included, and the cold foils are on $11.62 health points TCG. So if you have these in your binder, you have them at your shop, maybe get rid of the non-foils this weekend. Tamatoa So Shiny, still a $10 super. Gambit's card stock has you for $9.39. Lowest verified for the cold foil is Omega Gaming, $21.49. So around $22 for your cold foil and $10 for the non-foil Tamatoa So Shiny. These are very good cards to sell right now, I think. Right now, at the meta is at its peak. We're going to start seeing a lot of sales happening because we're getting very close to the Set Champs weekend. Be prepared. lowest verified, $8.50 with $1 shipping. Very close to $10. Very close to $10. The lowest verified is going to be $17.70 for the cold foil. Dragons DGNH, almost $20 for this cold foil. If you guys saw the Ruby Amethyst list, I got first place at the 10K. They were playing for. Be prepared. I'm just throwing that out there. And plenty of Ruby Sapphire decks also playing multiple copies of Be Prepared. Now I want to go over some cool cold foil cards that I'm personally are on my buy-in list, cards that I think might be a little bit more expensive in the future, just like as a projection. Just because the way I've been looking at supers lately, they've really been going up in price based on their popularity, and I think we're sleeping on Lady Tremaine. I know we just got Beat King Undisputed, but I think Lady Tremaine is still very much an important card this format. Right now the cold foils are pretty cheap, only about $5. Gentry SC has you for $4.99 with $1.22 shipping for your cold foil Lady Tremaine, so I think that's pretty good. Speaking of Beat King Undisputed, I think this card is obviously very powerful this format, and I think it has a very important role in a lot of decks. Flutterguy Games has you for $3.72 with $1.22 shipping for your foil Beat King Undisputed. The foils are only about $5, and I think that's really good if you're trying to foil out your deck. Check this out: Chernobog followers climbing up in price. These foils just shooting up in price. Look at this graph. I'd love to see that, especially after we've been seeing plenty of Ruby Amethyst lists playing 4 of these in their deck as the 1-drop instead of Olaf and Minnie Mouse. We're playing Chernobog followers, and Chernobog followers is an uncommon. A lot of times, I'm sure a lot of you have noticed this when you're opening Lorcana boxes, uncommons tend to be kind of hard to pull, depending on like which one you're looking for. But Untapped Games has your cold foils for $4.12 with $1.38 shipping. So around $5 for your uncommon Chernobog followers, $5 for your uncommon cold foil Madam Mim snakes. These are foils, by the way. Lorcana Prime, $4.99 with $1.22 shipping for your cold foil Madam Mim snake. One jump ahead, another very important uncommon is going to be $10. Limitless Games, $9.68 for your foil one jump ahead still. And then some commons I want to go over. Let the Storm Rage On is selling for around $3.28. So we have a $1.99 with $1.22 shipping, and then $3.29 with $1.22 shipping for your cold foil Let the Storm Rage On. Mr. Sami's cold foil are still close to $5 as well. We have $3.99 with $1.22 by JS Card Collects. These are cards that I probably want to keep in my binder or start selling and buying. Like if you could buy them in at a percentage and sell them back, these are cards that have been moving a lot lately. Maurice's Workshop is seeing a lot of popularity, I think, this format, a lot more than before anyway. So the cold foils are going to be about $1 with $1.22 shipping. Lowest verified Elite Trainer cards, so around a $2 to $3 cold foil. Simba Fighting Prince seeing a lot of play this meta too, so this is only about $1 for the cold foil, and that's kind of surprising to me because it is a super rare. So I get the feeling this card could also potentially be like that Tremaine or that Medusa that ends up shooting up to around $5 to $10 on the cold foil, depending on how popular Sapphire Steel becomes in the meta. And I do think Sapphire Steel has its place in the meta. Speaking of Sapphire, some very inexpensive cold foils that are surprising are like Grandma Tala. I feel like every Sapphire deck is playing this Grandma Tala, and they're pretty inexpensive. Fine Line Games has you for 70 cents with $1.22 shipping for your cold foils. So only about $2 for this cold foil, which is pretty interesting compared to another common like Brawl, which is pretty popular. These are about $3 to $4. EAG Trades has you for $2 with $1.22 shipping for the cold foil Brawl. So those are some cheap cold foils that I think might go a long way in this format and the future formats. And those are some foils that I personally like to look at. A lot of people like pick those up in general. They want to foil out their deck, right? But enough about the meta cards. I do want to go over some Lorcana challenge news real quick before we call it a day. If you do plan on going to any of the Lorcana challenges, these are the prize cards that you can win that we're going over, and these are the prices. And by the way, we are going to be at the Lorcana challenge in Texas, Fort Worth. I gotta actually book my flight, but yeah, so this is the Rapunzel prize card. You get this for getting top 16/top 8 at the Lorcana challenge. We have one that sold yesterday. Best offer accepted for $4,000. Sorry, for $4,300, which is pretty cool. So more than $4,000 is what you could potentially walk away with for getting top 16/top 8 at a Disney Lorcana challenge. That sounds like a hard day's work, and that sounds totally worth it. We do have another one. We went over this one last time, June 18th. This was an auction that ended with 35 bits, $4,500, $4,550, and you can win these non-foil Rapunzels and in side events, and they resell for more than $100, which is not bad, right? We also have the Rapunzel playmat, one sold on June 10th for $2,800. So just quick reference, we have a Cinderella top cut price. This was the top 32 slash top, yeah, this was a top 32 slash top 16 price. The Cinderella Stout Hearted foil, this one sold for $2,050 with a 30 bid auction ending on June 23rd. That's pretty low compared to some of the other ones I've been seeing. I've been seeing a lot of the Cinderella foils sell for around 25, 27, 3,000. But now that we're seeing a lot more on the market, they are starting to kind of come down in price. We have another one that sold for 1,400 GBP. I think that's a pound if I'm not mistaken. And then like I said, there's also the non-foil Cinderellas that you can win in the side events as well. These sell for around 150, just like the Rapunzels do. So if you do plan on going to a Disney Lorcana challenge, you can play the side events, but just be aware that every time there's a challenge, more and more of these cards go out into the market. So they probably will kind of keep coming down in price just a little bit. So before that $2,000 Cinderella, the most recent one was $3,250. So $2,050 is a big difference in my opinion, right? And last but not least, the Cinderella mats. The last time we saw, there hasn't been any update on these, but you can also win these at the Disney Lorcana challenges. And we also have the Dragonfire promo still selling for more than $100, which is nice. And you get this for just participating. These will probably drop down to less than $100 after the next Fort Worth challenge, but there's still about a month until that happens. So we are going to see some sales movement there. We have a Let It Go that sold, best offer accepted for $850, which is not bad. And then another Let It Go that sold. Ooh, this one was in auctions, the PSA 10 for $1,350. Ooh, that sold yesterday. Okay, so if you get a PSA 10 Let It Go, you can sell it for more than $1,000, which is kind of nice. And wow, people even buy the lanyards and the actual event passes. So that's kind of nice. Oh yeah, you get cool notebooks too. When you go to the Lorcana challenges, so that's really nice. Got to stock up on those next time I go. Another Let It Go selling for $950. Very nice to see. Oh look, a PSA 10 Dragonfire. Wow, this one sold on June 22nd for $320. Very cool to see. Okay, PSA 10 Dragonfire, nice. Maybe I should get my Dragonfire graded. I love the way Dragonfire looks. It's probably one of my favorite cards in terms of like artwork. The foil looks beautiful. And if you want to go to a Disney Lorcana challenge near you, I think that should be one of the main reasons. Just try and get this beautiful Dragonfire promo. But that's going to be all for today, my goons. Thank you for sticking around for this shorter version of the Market Watch. We hit less than 20 minutes today. I kind of want to do more. I could talk forever. I'm a big yapper. But let me know in the comments what you think about the format going Monday shorter videos and Friday longer Market Watch videos. Please leave your opinions. Let us know if there's anything else you want to see on the Market Watches specifically. I'm trying to hit little points depending on the day. Sometimes seal the product, sometimes enchanted, sometimes meta cards. Actually, speaking about Enchanted, we're not going to call it a day until we at least cover Elsa Spirit of Winter Enchanted, because they're still going down in price. Look at all these sales. On the 20th, one sold for $950. Another one sold for $929 on the 20th as well, so that's kind of crazy. And now there's a bunch of listings for less than $1,000. Lowest verified is $912 with $244 shipping. After that, a bunch of them listed for less than $950 even. We have $915 by Flower City Games, $915 with $5 shipping. Pokédex TCG, $925. You can buy Elsa's for less than $1,000 right now. I think that is pretty good. And I've been saying the price of Elsa is like it's like nice again since it was around that like $1,000 range. So now that it's less than $1,000, I am highly considering buying an Elsa, right? And I do also want to jump back to a couple months ago when Elsa was hitting highs of like $1,500 to $1,800, and this is when I was in the Guatemala trip, and I had been saying then like, hey, if you guys want to get rid of your Elsas now, that might be a decent time. And if you did, maybe you can pick up some more again. And that's what I call big brain activity, And there were some people like yelling at me for saying that, and then this is why I say that, because obviously in months now, look how low the card has come down. And but again, very tempting. I'm highly considering it on my next paycheck. Maybe I can actually trade for this card now do a reasonable trade, because Elsa used to be like super duper expensive compared to all the other Enchanted. So maybe I might be able to trade some Enchanted for an Enchanted Elsa, because I don't have one of those yet. So we'll find out on the next Market Watch. But until then, remember to stay tuned to Lorcana Goons. My name is Kevin. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you goons next time.